hope you're having an awesome day so far. My video today is going to be on waterproof makeup. I'm about to go to a pool party and I thought that it would be helpful for some of you to see what I would wear to a pool party, or I guess to a beach or somewhere humid, just somewhere where you need your makeup to stay on your face. Now this video is probably going to be more relevant for those of us in the southern hemisphere right now, as it's just coming in the summertime, but if you are living in a place where it's winter, make sure to favorite this video and you can come back when it's summertime or when you're about to go on vacation and you can rewatch and take these tips and tricks and use it then. Before we get started, I have one big favor to ask you guys. My best friend Katie, she lives in Canada. She is in a yoga competition to win a yoga retreat in Bali, and I would really appreciate if you took just 1 second to vote. I'll leave the link down in the info box. It'll be the first link that you see. You just have to click vote. You don't have to sign in with anything or create an account. You literally just click vote. I would really appreciate if you voted for Katie because she is phenomenal. She's my best friend in the world and I could not think of anyone more deserving. Okay, so let's talk preparation. If I know that I'm going to the beach or to the pool or spending a lot of time outside, instead of using a regular moisturizer, I like to use a moisturizer with an SPF. So I've been using this one from Bondi Sands. It is also a gradual tanning milk, so that's kind of nice. You get a bit of a glow. But this one has an SPF 15, and I'll use this all over my body, but not on my face. On my face, I've been using this Neutrogena one. It is a SPF 70. I don't know if you can buy SPF 70 in Australia, but they do carry this brand. I really do like it because it is lightweight, but it does still feel like a sunscreen, so you can actually like feel it on your face. So do give it time to sink in before you start the rest of your makeup. A product that I wanted to show you guys, but I don't have, is the Dermalogica sunscreen. I don't actually know what the proper name for it is, but it is a SPF, I think 50, and it's awesome because you can just mix it with your foundation or mix it with whatever. It just is so lightweight and it doesn't actually feel like a sunscreen. I definitely recommend checking it out. I gave my last bottle to my mom because she fell in love with it, so I need to pick up some more, but until then I've been using this. While my hair is still damp, I like to use this Vita5 CPR. You guys have probably seen this in a couple of my hair videos. It's a smoothing cream that protects against heat, humidity, solar, salt water, and chlorine. So if you're blonde, this is like the ideal product because it's going to really help your hair not absorb chlorine and not turn green in a pool if you swim. But anybody would benefit from this product. I'd really recommend checking it out. It makes your hair feel great and it protects it, so that's awesome. I also like to apply a SPF moisturizing lip balm. This one is from Baby Lips, Maybelline, and I just put that on first. After I've let the sunscreen kind of sink in and settle into my face for about 10-15 minutes, I'll start with my makeup. I'm using a primer. This one is a Dermalogica one and it is an SPF 30. I do like to layer SPF products. I don't really think that it particularly matters if you do or don't, but I do. Taking just a little bit of it and spreading it all over my face. After I've applied my primer, I let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes just to, again, let it sink in and just settle into my skin. And following that, I like to use a BB cream. And for those of you who don't own a BB cream, seriously, go out and buy one. You will absolutely adore it. They give you light to medium coverage depending on which brand you buy. I've really been loving the Elizabeth Arden one. You guys have previously seen this in a video. This one, again, has sunscreen in it. I don't know what SPF it does have though, but I love it. I think that it is a great product. So I take a little bit of that and spread it all over my face. For concealer, if you don't own anything that's a waterproof formula, I definitely recommend using a long wearing or a long lasting or something that says long in the actual title. What I'm using is the MAC Pro Longwear, and like I said, it's not waterproof, but it does stay on pretty darn well. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to apply that just with my beauty blender underneath my eyes. For waterproof or long-wearing makeup, you're probably going to want to stick with a cream product. So for a bronzer, I'm going to be using the Soleil Tan de Chanel product, and it is pretty much a cream bronzer. It looks like this. So onto a little stippling brush that has my own hair on it, I'm going to pick up a tiny bit of the product, move my hair out of the way, and just apply a little bit in the hollows of my cheekbones. And you can build the color up, so don't put too much at first go. I'm going to bring that up onto my temples and just around my hairline as well. You can also use your fingers to blend, which is awesome with cream products. I'm also going to take whatever's left on my brush and just run it down the sides of my nose. It's like a makeshift contour. You can also just pick it up on your finger and run a tiny bit down your nose and just blend it out that way. And I like that a little bit underneath the pout in my lip, so right under there. For blush, you could use a cream blush like this Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush, so easy to find in the drugstore. Or you could also use a stain like this Benefit Cha Cha tint. Probably going to use this one just because I like the color. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just dot it on my cheekbones, just around where my blush would be, and I'm going to blend it out with my fingers. Don't forget that a product like this is multi-purpose. You can use it as a lip stain too, so it's perfect for the beach or for the pool, or even if you're on holidays and you want to pack less, use something like this. For my highlight, I'm using one from the makeup store. It is in Sundust, and it's just a yellowy based cream product again. So I'm picking up just a tiny bit of that on my fingers and pressing it along the tops of my cheekbones. I'm also going to take whatever's left on my fingers and put it in my cupid's bow and along the center of my nose, and then pick up a tiny bit more product and use it just as a brow highlight. Moving on to the eyes, again I'm going to be using a cream-based product. These ones are from Sigma. It is pretty much the same as the Maybelline Color Tattoos. Something along those lines would work perfect. So I'm going to take the color Provoke, and it looks like this, and the color itself is kind of just a neutral, kind of almost natural color. I'm just going to place that all over my eyelid just using my finger. The next color I'm taking is this peachy pink color. It is called Neutralize, and onto a firm blending brush, kind of looks like this. You can also use a pencil brush. I'm going to pick some of that up and apply that into my outer crease. As you can see, you basically just blend as you go. So I'm not putting too much, I just want a little bit of something just to give my eyes a bit of color. To keep everything in place on my eyes, I'm taking this pressed powder from NARS, it's just a translucent pressed powder, onto a big flat shader brush, picking up some of that product, and I'm just literally going to press it over top of all the shadows. Don't smear, don't do anything, just press. I'm then taking a waterproof bronze eyeliner. This one is from Eye of Horus, and I'm just going to run that along probably the outer third of my eyelash line. My eyelash line, is that even a word? And I'm going to take my finger and just smudge it out just a tiny bit. I'm also going to take that and run that along my upper waterline. Next, curl your lashes. And then, surprise, surprise, use a waterproof mascara. I'm using the Benefit Bad Gal Waterproof. After that's on, I'm taking the Revlon Color Stay Eyebrow Pencil, and this is a waterproof eyebrow pencil. And I'm going to be drawing in some eyebrows. So just following my natural hairs, little tiny strokes. Since this is a really natural look, you don't want to do crazy big bold brows, so just fill it in, don't do anything extra. Next, I'm going back to the cream color and just applying a little bit on my inner tear duct. And you can also amp up your brow highlight color if you want. Going back to the pressed translucent powder, I'm just going to take that onto a kabuki brush, and I'm going to set around the middle of my face and just underneath my eyes. You can leave this look dewy if you want. Personally, I think that in the summertime, you're probably going to want to mattify your face a little bit more, especially because you probably will get a little bit sweaty. For my lips, I'm going back to that Cha Cha tint by Benefit and just applying that directly on my lips. And to lock everything in place, I definitely recommend using a setting spray. So I'm using the Skindinavia one. So that is my finished makeup tutorial. I hope that that helps some of you out if you are headed to a pool party or a beach party. Remember that with beach makeup, it is completely up to you. You can go to the beach with absolutely no makeup on at all, and 9 times out of 10, I probably would. If you want to take this look and modify it or do certain parts of it and leave out certain parts, Totally up to you. I would love to see your recreations of it though, so do send me a picture if you do recreate this. Moving on into what I would bring in my pool bag, first and foremost, a hat. So I'm going to put that on immediately. This one, I think I bought it at like Kmart or something. I don't know, but I like my big floppy hats. After that, I have my beach bag, and I like to usually bring a beach bag that is able to be zipped up just so that things don't spill out and people don't like peek through your beach bag. I don't know, that's just me maybe. But I have this one. It is from Merimekko. It is a Finnish brand, and I bought it in Finland when I was there. So the first thing that I like to bring is a snack because I like to snack on things. I'm bringing this sweet and salty popcorn. It's just popcorn with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of salt on it, so sweet. And I also do bring a water bottle because that is super important. I have an Ariel one because I thought that was super fitting, and I bought it at Disneyland. It has a handle. Also, sunglasses are a must. These ones are from Forever New, and they are just an aviator style, so they look like this. They're slightly dirty though, so I need to clean them before I go. I also bring deodorant. You don't want to be stinky. It is gross. You don't want to be known as the stinky person at the pool, so pack deodorant. Also, obviously pack some sunscreen. I actually really like this. I got it in like a swag bag at an event that I went to. It is Oz Screen, and it smells like coconut, and it smells amazing. So it is SPF 30. I've been really liking that. I also bring face wipes because if for some reason you do want to take anything off your face, or you want to clean your hands, or you just want to feel a little more fresh, I definitely recommend packing some of these. They're also a lifesaver for cleaning off mascara. If your friends or somebody else didn't wear waterproof, you're going to be the good friend with face wipes. I also like to pack a thermal spray, and a lot of you are like, what is that? I had no idea what these were. I always saw them in like Shoppers Drug Mart or in, I guess, the Australian version of, and I was like, oh, it's water, who needs water? These are actually really great. They're super soothing, especially if you've been in the sun for a little too long. These are perfect. It just makes your skin feel really refreshed and nice. And even for reviving makeup, if you're looking a little bit tired, feels great. And it just comes out in a really, really fine mist. This one's from Avene, and I really like it. I've been using it probably for the past 6 months. I like to pack my electronics into a Ziploc bag just in case. I mean, I highly doubt my bag's gonna be like thrown into the ocean, but hey, you never know. Somebody could spill something or drip water onto something. Obviously my phone's in there, and I also like to bring a Zeg battery. I saw Carly Chrisman use one of these like 6 months ago or a year ago in a video, and I bought one because of that. I love these. You can charge 2 devices at once, and you can charge it up to 4 times. So you pretty much plug it into the wall, it charges this battery, and then you take this battery in your purse or to the beach or wherever, and you have up to 4 charges. So sweet, you're never gonna run out of battery. I like to pack a hairbrush just to keep my hair knot free, and last but not least, I pack a little mini makeup bag. This one's actually a little pencil bag that I bought from Typo. It's a My Little Pony one. But I just like to pack a couple of the makeup items that I used on my face in here. So definitely the BB cream. I like to pack the translucent powder just in case you get a little bit shiny throughout the day, especially if you're at a pool party and you're taking photos and stuff. You're probably gonna wanna pack some kind of a translucent powder. I also do pack the 2 eye creams that I use, so both of the Sigma eye creams, and I also like to pack the little blush slash lip stain that I can keep reapplying. In the front little zipper pocket, I kind of have like emergency things. So I have gum in case anybody needs gum. I have eye drops in case your eyes are irritated and you need some eye drops. And FYI, these Roto Cool ones are phenomenal. My friend showed me them, and they burn like a son of a bitch when you put them in, but your eyes feel like somebody took your eyeball out, dunked it in a glass of cool minty fresh water, and put it back in your eye. They'll make your eyes feel phenomenal. So check these out. And I like to also bring a couple tampons. Even if they're not for me, if somebody else gets a period when they're at the pool or at the beach and they don't have anything, that would suck. So be the nice friend and pack something extra. I also like to pack little cotton buds, and last but not least, I like to pack bobby pins and a little hair elastic. And that is everything that I pack to the beach slash pool. I mean, I guess if I would go to the beach, I'd probably bring like a book or something too, but for a pool party, that's what I'd bring. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my video. Please don't forget to vote for my friend Katie by clicking the link just in the top of the info box. All of my links for Facebook and Twitter and Instagram are always in the info box as well, so check that out. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!